investor, and today I'm going to talk about the allocation rules for the NSX Type S. I hope everyone who desires to get an NSX Type S gets one. It is truly an amazing car. I think the previous version was amazing, and I had the NA1, and those were great cars. I had two of those. So if you are lucky to get the opportunity to own one of these vehicles, go for it. You can't go wrong. As a financial decision, I see this car only going up in value, and also a good way to get started in, into electrification. Okay, because I think that's the way we're going. I would have pushed out this video earlier, but I had an accident in my Honda, and I think it was worth mentioning because we're talking about Acura right now. I'm okay. The car has a little bit of damage. Hopefully get that rectified soon. Anyways, let's get into it. I got these allocation rules off NSX Prime on Facebook. If you're not part of the group, I would try to get a part of that group. And also their NSX Prime forum, there's a lot of information being put out amongst the enthusiasts and people who are in the know. Just like this document that I got to have these rules. A lot of the information I have, I'm kind of trusting my dealership to square up with me. But I'm gonna be honest, I can't say that I'm 100% trusting in them, because when money is involved, I've seen weird things have happened. And just given the market right now and what's been going on with the NSX, it's really been tough. So let's talk about the allocation rules. So first off, eligibility. You must be an NSX dealer in good standing, and you must have a Master Tech NSX Tech at the time of ordering. All right, so rule number one, there's only going to be 300 units sold, 350 globally, which we already know. 300 is going to be for the US. There are no stock orders. I don't think they're going to have an opportunity to have stock orders just sitting on the floor. I feel like all of these are already going to be taken care of and bought, some at above MSRP. We'll talk about that later. Unit allocations, a unit will come off the top for auction. We already seen that. That went for $1.1 million to Rick Henderson from the Mecum auction. And so he has the first one. And then they're going to have some others for, I guess, like the museum and their manufacturer to have there. And then from there, there's going to be a tiered allocation for the next 100 units based on NSX and PMC sales performance. The top 70 dealers would get at least one, and then the top 30 of those 70 dealers are going to get two allocations. And the remaining units, it's going to be first come, first serve, September 1st of 2021. I really don't think I'm gonna have any details about whether I made it in that first 100 until September 1st. I decided I didn't want to aggravate my salesmen anymore, even though every day I'm kind of nervous about it. All right, so rule number 4, all dealers submit orders beginning Friday, August 13th at 9 a.m. If you didn't submit it right around that time, you just gonna have to wait for September the 1st, okay? I will be contacting the dealer and getting on a wait list if you truly want the opportunity to get this car. All right, so it's gonna be one dealer order per email, all right? So they can only send out one email. Units is not sold until client deposit is validated by the NSX concierge. I'm pretty sure that's somebody on the manufacturer side who's validating that everything is correct on the dealer side. Orders will be limited to one, 2 for the top 30 dealers unit. Subsequent orders will be put on the wait list. Like I said, September the 1st, everybody on that wait list will get the opportunity. And there's people who, from what I heard, up to 20 people on a wait list. I still would get on the wait list. You just never know, man. You just never know. And I feel like the opportunity is too great. So whether you're the first come, first serve, or you're on the wait list, you just never know what's going to happen. Acura might decide to build more. Who knows? And they might change the way they give out allocations. So put your name on the wait list if you truly want it. All right, number 5. Order is defined as an order sheet submitted by a zone sent to a certain email with all signatures, client, dealer, zone configuration, and proof of deposit. You have to put a $10,000 deposit down to actually secure an allocation. If a dealer submits more orders than our allowance, zones will have the dealers rank their order for the wait list. That's why I say, hey, go ahead and submit deposits so you can get on the wait list. Some people are not going to be able to hold out, or they might choose other cars in the meantime. All right, on September 1st, 2021, open production slots will be filled from the wait list. Okay, only one order per client. So you're not going to be able to go in there and Michael Brown, our fellow investor, can't get more than one vehicle. I can barely afford the one, so we're just going to stick it with one. All right, so orders are not transferable. The name on the order sheet must match the name on the RDR. That's interesting. So canceled orders. Orders canceled prior to production lot will be filled by next slot on the wait list. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen. So put your name on the wait list, man. Orders canceled after production lot will go to the next available client that accepts configuration. Otherwise, it will go to dealer that placed the order. So let's just say you wasn't able to get one of the cars and all the allocations are taken out, and they built a car that let's just say it was matte gray and you wanted red. That's the likelihood of that happening. That you're gonna not want the matte gray is small. And even if you get the matte gray, you'll be able to trade it out, I think, with somebody who wants red. But you have to accept that car the way it's already built, especially if it's already pushed through the manufacturer lines. Alrighty, so like we said, rule number 10, special paint color, the new matte gray, Gotham gray teaser color orders will be filled by guaranteed allocation group first with a max of one per dealer and then be based on receipt time. Ooh, so it's first come, first serve. Man, I don't know if I made it in time. Please submit a second color choice for these orders. So I went with the matte gray, Gotham gray, and then also I went with the Novell blue, which is a beautiful color. My rationale is the Novell blue is very special. It's a $6,000 upgrade on the car, and you can always wrap a car. I would love to have the special paint, but from what I understand, it's a lot to maintain, but you can always wrap it. And I have number 11 here. Zones will be notified of production slots beginning September the 1st, like I said. And September the 1st, as soon as I get any information, I'll try to upload it as fast as possible. I did some other searching online, and we have, so TMR, Tires Meet Road, they're covering this. I will most definitely go to their website. It's tiresmeetroad.com to kind of stay up abreast on it. And they're saying that there is an Acura dealership in Las Vegas who's saying that if you want one of these, the markup is already $100,000. Doesn't surprise me for Las Vegas, but it's horribly disappointing because at $100,000 more, I am totally out of the game. And also from what I read, all 70 of the Gotham Gray are spoken for, which we already know. And it's kind of funny because, these cars, I bet you Acura probably didn't sell no more than about 300 or more. They sold under 300 every year. And for these cars to sell out the last year is interesting at best. There's another guy on here that I was following on Reddit. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. Posted by UChill ZNax 4 days ago, and he was asking, did Acura limit supply NSX Type S purchaser? And his story kind of reminds me of myself. I started trying to buy this car as soon as I sold my Gallardo and an NSX and a Viper to clear room for this car. Went to 4 dealers. The dealer service sucked horribly, man. It was garbage. It wasn't until I met the dealer in Augusta, Georgia, that I actually had the dealership experience that I thought you should have. Most of these dealers didn't even have a picture of the NSX up, or knew very little about the car. And this is their halo car. And I'm not saying they should know everything about a car, because I'm a true enthusiast. I generally know more than a salesman when it comes down to cars, especially the NSX, a car that I've been looking for over a year. But I really did expect a lot more, especially since I was looking to spend close to $200,000. And I feel like a lot of the problem with Acura not selling the cars starts there, starts at the dealer. I ended up buying a Mercedes AMG GT, and it took me 15 minutes, partly to the fact that they have a dealer service that know how to service people who want those kind of cars. Same thing when I bought the Lamborghini. Those guys are well versed in getting the deals done and how to deal with clients who are looking to spend $200,000, because when you're spending that kind of money, you're looking for a different service. Because I know for me, I don't look at this as an investment, but it's most definitely an asset that's cost a lot of money. And if I'm not sure of where it's coming from and who I'm dealing with, it's going to be very hard to maintain that vehicle and not lose a lot of money. And essentially, when you have an issue, if it's deadline, you're going to have a 3,000 to close to 4,000 pound paperweight. Okay, so dealer services really matter to me, and they just missed the mark on that. This guy had the same issue. Going to a couple of dealers. I tried to buy one brand new. I wanted a brand new car to replace my Gallardo, and couldn't find any. Nobody had any allocations. I was put on a wait list to get one. Never happened. And I told them just keep the deposit so we can see what happens for 2022, because from what I understand, we at least have one more year, because generally they have one more year. They'll push out cars and they say this is the final year. And that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, it is high demand now. I was thinking I should be a shoo-in for this car, because nobody's really wanting it now. All the cars are spoken for, and people are looking to pay over asking to get the car. So this guy had a similar experience. That kind of sucks. I also want to give credit to FinCon. He's the one who put the allocation rules on NSX Prime that I've been going by. My dealer told me a lot of this already, but FinCon actually had the document with a lot more rules, and in black and white what the Acura manufacturer is saying about these allocations. I like to thank him for that. So, like I said before, I hope everybody who wants this car has an opportunity to get it. I hope that I get it. But if I don't get it, there are other cars out there, other platforms. Just means that this is not the one. If I do get the car, I do plan on looking into the Integra. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna start doing my research with that. Maybe I can get rid of the Honda, have the Integra as a daily, have my NSX, probably get rid of the AMG T, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know. Like and subscribe if you want updated news on the NSX Type S. And thank you for tuning in.